Oh, welcome. Pay close attention. Hopefully you'll learn something.
song and then we're gonna get started. And with that, the time has hit 0. You know what that means. It's live stream time. So let's get straight to our beloved little session here. And I'm going to have to get straight to this as soon as we get there. So, what is up, guys? It's Brownie, the JCG Gamers, charging you with joy with our first episode of Roll. Oh, sorry, not Roll for Perception. Perception Check. That's what I decided to call it. It's not much of a name, but what can you do? Anyway, I'm your host, Brownie of the JCG Gamers, saying how do you all do? Thanks for joining us tonight. Sorry, I'm just getting the last little bit set up here, just so we're in position. I think we're in position. Yep, alright, so we're all here. I didn't think this bit through. Sorry, I planned this, but unfortunately, things got a little bit oopsie. So give me 1 second while I get the last bit sorted out. Because unless I get this bit sorted in the right position, we ain't getting nowhere, which is going to be fun for everyone. Am I right? Okay, get into position here. Assumed drill. We're going Dungeons and Dragons. I'm just getting things set up into position so we have things ready to go. I think we're all good here. Yep, we're all good. Okay, I'm going to have to start getting the call, or rather I'll get everybody to come and join. All right, I'm sending the link for people to come watch. All right there. But anyway, so joining us tonight, guys, we're doing a Dungeons and Dragons session. Now, before we begin, I'd like to point out this is the first time I'm doing this, so please excuse me if I fuck up. Please excuse me if I make mistakes, and please excuse me if I'm not very good at this. I'm going to do my absolute best, and hopefully not too many fuck-ups. That's the plan, anyway. But hopefully we have things ready to go with what's ahead. Oh, I think people are joining our session ready to go. Check 1, 2. Or not. We planned this. We planned this so far in advance, viewers. I hope, anyway. Okay, we got assumed Riolu. Okay, check there. Oh, okay. So while we're doing this, allow me just to explain exactly what's going on here. Oh, Del, you can use your microphone. There's a way you can use the mic, I believe. You can access it here. Wait, can't hear me in Roll20. Fuck! Go to settings and change it on there. I planned this. I really, really did. Okay. Oh, maybe if I do this. Now, am I using... Maybe if I have a look, because I need to see if I'm using the right settings on my thing. I swear, I planned this. I set things up. Okay, right. So maybe... So I should be using the different thing here, so... Okay. Yeah. It's really planned ahead. Check 1, 2. Okay, check. Check. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. I planned this. Okay, there are people.
Hello?
Hey, there's Del.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Hooray, we have Raven. Huzzah, people are joining. Thank fuck. All right, Aeon, can you hear us, dude?
I can hear you guys.
Well, that's a good start.
It's a good start.
That's on.
I'm kind of on a zoomed-in portion of the map. What exactly am I doing?
There's a scroll function on the top right that lets you zoom out and things. Oh.
No,
Where am I?
Hear Del.
Okay, so where am I?
Well, I haven't done anything on the map yet. That's why. I haven't put you guys on the map yet. Can hear, but mic doesn't appear to be broadcasting. All right, Aeon has plan B. Well, the other option I could think of is we move this to Skype, and we just have the video go through on here. That's the other option I could think of.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that. So we'll get Skype calls set up so we get that here. So everyone, you can just broadcast video, and that could work there. So give me here. Hopefully. For some reason my video has come up as XSplit, which is weird.
It came up as your thing earlier.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, the fuck.
Hmm.
I'll have to work on that. Anyway, we're gonna move this to the Skype call. So for now, you can mute the microphone.
Okay.
All right. Oh, okay. Let's try that. So, just mute yourself on here, just by holding yourself in mute. Okay, there we go. Okay. We planned this! We really planned this. Okay, check. Okay, check 1, 2. I think we have life now. Check 1, 2.
Hello, hello.
There we go. Yeah, sorry, Riolu. Hey, everybody, we got people now.
Hello.
Money nuts.
Here we go. Raven, what the fuck is up with your picture?
What the fuck is it up with his picture? Let me check. What? It just says Moon Raven. That's his profile picture.
Wait, hold up. I can sound like your Moonraven now.
Moon.
Moon,
Moon.
if you can, we're in the Skype. Chat to us. Oh, I should have done more testing on this. I should have done more testing.
Yeah, I can hear you guys on Skype.
Okay, well that's good at least.
Yeah, I can hear like you, Chris. British boy, you there?
Hello.
That's one way to
Alright.
put it. There we go. We got Aeon. Hey, everybody.
I think he heard us.
And Moon bitch, are you on?
Moon bitch. Wow.
That's one way to put it.
JK, how are you all?
Doing good here. Also, I don't know what's up with my camera. For some reason, my camera decides to broadcast my camera has decided to broadcast the the XSplit rather than anything else, which is annoying.
Yeah.
Do I just press launch game?
Yeah,
Or do I
you
just,
just
like-
go in there and just do launch.
Okay. Launch game.
So hopefully things should work there. You should be able to see shortly. Sorry, everybody. Okay, well, Caitlin is trying to join. I think we better get to the point of what we're doing here.
Oh, fuck me! Mobile browser's not supported.
What are you talking about?
Mobile browser's not supporting.
Bring out the laptop. Save yourself.
Oh, give me a minute.
Okay.
Well,
Well, while Caitlin...
You guys
people exist.
talk.
Yeah, people exist. Anyway, while Caitlin is getting set up here, let's just explain what's happening here. So, we decided to try and do a Dungeons & Dragons session. Trying is the word, because so far that's going great.
I mean, do I have to use Roll20?
For now, no. But
Okay.
for a moment, there will be a moment where you will have to join, if we get that far. That's your heads up.
Alright,
So for now, you're okay.
alright. God damn it. Because it won't let me, because my browser won't let me download Skype,
Hey,
and I hate it. So
that's
I'm gonna...
That's okay. But anyway, let's get on with our story here, because we got people watching. First of all, Assume Riolu, thanks for joining us in the chat. I think I know who that Riolu is, if it's somebody who I think it is from my Discord group that I'm part of a project. So if so, hi buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Anyway, so there have been a few times where I've watched the Critical Role series, and we decided that now would be a good time to maybe try do some Dungeons and Dragons. At least that's the plan, anyway.
Oh,
Yeah, new plan, fuck everything.
Advance in the other direction. It's not retreating.
Yeah, that works wonders, doesn't it, Raven?
Yes.
Alright, anyway, I'm just going to get myself into position here so I can put this, because obviously, you know, I'm DM. I have to put myself in view somehow. Which means I have to manually put my face into the fucking video. Del, what are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
You're not hiding. You can't hide.
Why not?
Because hiding will not save you.
Love you too.
Oh,
Love you too.
computer, please go fuck yourself.
Anyway, while things are here, let's just finish this off here. So, joining us tonight, as proper introductions go, we have myself, Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers, as your Dungeon Master for today. And also joining us, we also have 2 members of our team, shall we call them, who you've known from our streams. We have, of course, Delancey.
Hoi, everybody!
And we have Caitlin.
I'm pretty sure you're going to regret me even being here, but yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. And also joining us, we have 2 new members of our... Well, they're part of our fan base, but we found out they're D&D compadres. We have Aeon the Phoenix.
Howdy.
And we have Moonraven.
Hello there.
Hello to you too. Ooh, you're playing the sexy voice card. Complete with Del performing facial features. So anyway, I think it's time we actually get to the point of this story. So, is everybody ready to take part in our little campaign?
Ready?
Is it too late to turn back?
I don't know. What day is it?
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day? Shit, it keeps repeating itself. Instantly, you have a ton of knowledge of D&D. Well, that's because I've watched Critical Role, and I've got all the books thanks to my friend Nigel, who Del knows. Yes, it is that Nigel, thank you very much.
Cheater.
Stop calling that! It wasn't cheating, it was luck!
No.
Whatever you say, sir.
Hey, I say it is I play Vanguard. The luck that comes up is down to that. By the way,
I'm not giving that.
by the way, on the small note, I would like to point out that all images and any music that we somehow use in this is copyrighted to their original owners. We, under no circumstance, do we own anything except for our voices.
Hello.
So I would like everyone to sign here, 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 and here.
Oh, I'm going to sign my death will.
You will later on. So let's get to our story, shall we, viewers? So, I'm gonna have to read through our synopsis again, aren't I?
Yeah.
Alright, leave me a moment because I gotta bring that up again.
Boy.
I did have it partially written down. Yes, I have to load up my Discord for fucking this because it's the way to find it without breaking everything else because I'm about to break. Oh wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm an idiot! I'm an idiot!
What are you doing?
Don't mean a dumb bucket.
Yeah, yes, I'm a dumb bucket. Yes, go ahead. The first person who says it gets a cookie.
Yeah.
Dumb bucket.
Raven gets a cookie.
Fuck off! I'm the one who said it, mate.
Yeah. Well, fine. You also get the cookie.
Oh, should nearly spill my drink.
Yes, you're going to need that.
Get this.
All right. Yes, and my Discord is going off like crazy.
Thank you. I finally managed to my Skype's installing, so thank fucking Lord I can get the roll 20.
Hey. Right. Okay. Fucking bloody. No, shut up. I don't want to know about your stupid chats. Stop it.
Stop!
Okay, I'll shut up.
You know what? Fine. Plan B. Where is the silence function on this?
Wait for me?
Ow.
There. No, you idiots! Stop it!
Everything okay?
Yeah. because I didn't load it back up, it's decided to update my messenger chat with all the fucking 300 messages from my bloody Pokemon group.
Oh dear.
Bing, bing, bing.
There, are you done now? Thank you. Right, let's try this again. Alright, so is everyone sitting comfortably for our synopsis, finally?
Yay.
Okay, I'm sorry about that, viewers. I'm really, really sorry. It's taken us 20 minutes to finally get set up. Anyway.
Next time we'll be more.
Caitlin, are you on Roll20 yet?
No.
She's just loading up right now.
Okay.
I might have to do this like later on.
Yeah, if all else fails, you don't have to sign on Skype on your laptop. Just sign up the Roll20 on the laptop and such like that. Raven, why are you on your Switch?
Oh wait, I can go on Roll20, but don't I need the link which you have?
Oh yeah, it's on the Skype. Fuck.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it should still be on Skype.
Yeah, we'll sort that out in a sec. Anyway, let's do this. Anyway, I gotta get in DM mode. So, here, everybody, is our synopsis. The land of Monu is a vast land riled to the rim of nature and life. But it wasn't always like this. More than 300 years ago, a terrible war engulfed the entire continent, pitting races against one another. Human against elf, dwarf against orc, and no one could understand the reason as to why it started. For many years, nearly hundreds, thousands, and more were lost. No one was safe. Not man, woman, beast, or child. When things were at the bleakest, a small group of soldiers decided enough was enough, and laid their arms and just walked to each other and joined hands on top of a standard hill. Nothing was special about it. They stood there for hours whilst everyone fought, only to then have those soldiers turn to their direction. These soldiers were all different races, and despite the war pitting against these races, they were showing unity in the form of this simple gesture. Eventually, the other warriors and races noticed this moment and power of these lone warriors and decided to lay their arms as well. And the war had ended by just that. And even to this day, no one knows as to why it started in the first place. Was it because of power, fame, dominance, riches, maybe even greed? No one can say for certain, but the world has lived in peace with this new life from that simple war that has been foreverly known as the questionable race. Within a few years, on those very same fields and the hill that was the part of that war, a treaty was signed by the leaders of major races and clans, all agreeing to understand fairness as well as companionship, being headed by Lord Maximilian Ron and his companions, that had been dubbed as the Unity. And in time, a new city had been made which has stood there and still stands to this day, the city of Hope Key. The treaty then stated that to uphold the peace, the treaty must be reforged and signed by the leaders and the descendants to uphold the peace, to keep the war from happening ever again every 50 years. But a rumor has passed around this realm that a group known as the Black Pen wants to make sure the treaty isn't signed and commence war again between the land and repeating the bloodshed once again. The latest upholder of the Unity, Lord Titanus Ron, Maximilian's great-great-great-grandson, had decided to make sure nothing was to happen this time, and decides to organize a counter against these villains in the form of mighty warriors gathered from far and wide to track and defeat them before it's too late. And now our story begins within Hope Key. And we start our tale on a bright, sunny day. Since the war, sunshine has seemed to be the dominant weather around this realm, and Hope Key has been a standard hope of companionship, as we know and gathered, for many years. So it's common to see in this town all different races that exist. There are a mixture of humans, half-elves, half-orcs, even a couple of tieflings running amok all over the place, all ranging from adult to child. And on this standard little day, out of the ordinary, we start our tale. And we start it on the western side of the city. And we notice that our first companion of this tale has made her way into the city. Aeon, would you like to describe yourself for the viewers, please?
I certainly can. My character is Trilly Thistlewaite, a female halfling ranger.
Are you just simply going to describe as that? No clothing? No nothing else?
She's about 3'2" tall, 35 pounds, and about 22 years old. She's got tan skin, brown eyes, and blonde hair. And she's dressed in green leather.
Just pure green leather? Okay. So, sorry, remind me the name partially again, sorry?
Trilly Thistlewaite.
Trilly. I have to remember that. So, Trilly, you make your way through the western part of the city. You can see on the chat. You can see on the map, can't you?
Yep.
You've approached from this area here. Yes, I get my fun here. You can see on Roll20 here that this is where you're approaching. So you make your way through the western part of the city, which has simply just been nicknamed as the Liver, which sounds weird, but it is spelled the same way. But it is sort of home to where most of the inhabitants of the city live. Wait, I heard a hmm. What's the hmm?
Are we seeing the same map as you?
What map are you seeing?
I'm just seeing like a
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. I see what's happened here. Okay. Right. Okay. Guys, go up to the top. Go to the blue page toolbar on the top right. Sorry, that's my.
Okay, yeah.
Click that, and there should be something called Untitled, I think. Try that.
Okay. Wait, hold up.
Other
The blue
pages.
Yeah.
blue
I honestly don't know what happened there. Don't worry. Actually, I think I can make this.
blue title.
Yeah, we don't have that. Only the GM has that.
Son of a bitch. Oh, here we go. Right, now it should work.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to Roll20. Also, Riolu, did you like that? Okay, let's try this again. Alright, so...
Now I see it.
So this is Hope Key, ladies and gentlemen, as best as I found. So, Aeon, you are approaching... oh yeah, I need to get to the right color here for you. So, you, Aeon, are approaching from this section here. Can you see that?
Yep.
Hey, there we go. All right, so, Aeon, you are approaching through the town center. You're approaching through this little town area that's simply called the Liver. It is basically known as the Liver just because of the fact that it is essentially like a crucial part of the city. As we know, most human beings in this world don't function without a liver. So this is where most of the people love to reside with themselves. As you're walking through this town area, you essentially see a good few people. You see, obviously, you see two little families that walk by the side of you, both a family set of 4. This family set of 4 is essentially one group of humans, and another is a family of tieflings. The children of this group happen to be no more than, say, 10 years old, and they look like they're just frolicking around, with one of them kicking a ball and another one just standing outside and enjoying the brisk sunshine. Nothing out of the ordinary there. And as you're walking through... yes, okay, Raven, I see that message. Hey, who's the DM here? I see your message. I have got it on the side here. But, sorry. So, as you're walking through, you can walk on this cobblestone path. This path, as you can see, it's got a couple of wears and tears into it. And you received... you obviously received some extensive knowledge on where you need to go. You reach into your backpack, and you pull out a note. Now, you look over this note, which has been slightly stained in a sort of yellow color, but that's due to the fact of nature taking its toll after you've had it with such. There's been a bit of weather that's been affected it. So you unscroll it, and you find that there is a message written on the parchment. The parchment reads, as you remember it, as it says. You have been chosen due to your knowledge and powers and heroics. If you wish for life of the highest order, come to Hope Key and make your way to the center of town. Make your way to the Broken Chalice Tavern, and when asked at the bar, "What may I serve you?" reply with the words, "Truce and Valor." From Titanus Ron, High Lord of Hope Key. So, what do you wish to do?
The first thing I'd like to do is try and track someone down who knows this city better than I do.
Okay.
Ask the way to the Broken Chalice.
Okay. So fair enough. Now we get to do the fun thing here. Hello there in the chat. I can only just barely see a name there. Sorry, it's blue, so I have a hard time reading it. I'm sorry. Let me just make that a bit clearer so I can see that here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hi, how you doing? Right. Okay, so, Aeon, roll a perception check, please. Now, here's the thing. You can either roll your own dice, or you can use the one in Roll20, if you guys would like to know how to do that. All you have to do is, I believe there is a dice roll function on the left-hand side. If you look, there should be a toolbar or something. If you click the dice, you can choose to roll the d20 there. So, make a perception check, please. Alright, let's have a look what you got. I need to have a look here. That is a 12. Okay. So, it takes you a little bit of time. But you do eventually find a solar guard. The solar guards are essentially the high-class guards of this realm. They are essentially the big hotshot guards. A lot of people say if they make it to this guard regiment, they end up being high class. You find two of them just talking to each other. Actually, I should probably mark this while I'm playing this here. Sorry. You essentially find them somewhere around here. You find them around here, and you find two of them. One of them has just gone off towards the central plaza, while another one has just turned to walk the other way. How did you do that?
Just click on the map.
Oh, you guys get to do that. Okay, fair. You guys get to do that. I have to draw. Okay, so you find one guard walking this way, and one guard going that way. You are here. So which one? So what are you gonna do? You gonna try and go after one of them, or are you just going to just do your own thing?
I will attempt. Well, Trilly will attempt to catch up with this guard that she can see in front of her.
Okay. Okay. So you notice the guard walking away from you, and you do you walk up? Do you run? What do you like to do?
Well, he's obviously bigger than me, so I shall run up and try to catch him.
Okay. So you make your dash towards this. You make your dash towards the solar guard, and it does take you a little bit because obviously you're a halfling. Being half your size is obviously meaning half the distance, which is going to be fun. And as you're running towards the guard turns around, and he basically prepares a spear right as you're charging towards him. And you can see that his face is quite alert. He heard you coming, and he turns around and he goes, "Stop! Who goes there?"
Bloody hell, you could put someone's eye out with that.
The guard just sort of looks to his left, he looks to his right, and he has this confused look on his face, like, Who said that?
Down here, mate.
So he glances down and is like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. You slightly startled me. I'm still not used to halflings a little bit, I'm afraid. They're quite rare around here, so you have to excuse me. Can I help you, miss?"
Yes, you can. I'm trying to find the broken chalice.
The Broken Chalice? You going to that place?
Yeah.
Why would you want to go to that? Why would you want to go to the Broken Chalice? I mean, it's common knowledge to know where it is, but, you know, us gods are kind of curious, and, you know, you did just run up, so for all I know... And you can see him glancing the spear, just tightening his grip, as if he's apprehensive, but at the same time, he's being a little cautious, because you did just run straight towards him.
Well, it's my first time in Hope Key, and I was invited.
I see. Up, TARDIS, up. Thanks a lot, TARDIS. Hey, feel free to come by and watch if you want to watch later. Sorry, I've really got to pay less attention to the chat. I really have to pay less attention to the chat. Sorry. I see. So, okay, so where was I getting? Oh, yeah. Okay, so you wanted to get to the Broken Chalice, though. Well, that's easy to go. You just head, so you just head back down the road where you were, you take a right, and you'll be able to see a giant plaza. You can't miss that plaza. Once you make it to the plaza, simply head towards the eastern exit of the city. Once you make it to the next crossroads, you literally can't miss it if you look on your right. Just for the record.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem. Will you be staying long in the city, though? I mean, Broken Chalice is quite a high-class estate to get to, though.
Yeah, I'll stick around and see the sights.
I see. And then he glances down and he sort of sees the note that you still have in your hand. I'm guessing that note has something to do with this, am I right?
Yep.
Can I have a look at it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, so the guard just takes the note and just looks over it briefly. His eyes sort of glance over the note just briefly, and then he gets to the secret message part. Huh. Some kind of secret hocus... Some kind of secret meeting place? That sounds a bit suspicious if you ask me. Are you sure you're not up to anything silly or a little bit troublemaking? And his grip tightens on the spear just a little more.
Not yet.
You can't see Raven's face, but I can see it right now. Raven has that look on his face. Okay, fair enough. And he goes, right. So he hands the note back to you, and he goes, right. Well, just so you know, I am watching you. And with that, he pulls the spear away, and he apprehensively turns around, just still looking at you as he goes on his patrol towards the next estate. So what do you do?
I wave, turn around, and walk off to find the chalice.
Okay, so he makes his way to the chalice. So, whilst that's going on, our next adventure takes place. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm going to do a random roll here. This is my way of being sneaky, so you guys don't see what I get. Okay. Okay. Our next story is taking place at the southern exit of the city. Coming up. Hey, I'm rolling the dice here. Sorry, sorry. And now we come to our southern exit here, and coming up from the pathway, literally coming up where that guard was, we see another character coming up to our scene. Caitlin, would you like to describe yourself?
Shit. Alright. Okay. Well, first, my character's name is Golden Heart. She is a dragonborn. Give me a minute, sorry. She has golden scales, dark blonde hair with silver horns. Her height is about 5'10", and she has blue eyes.
Okay. And what about costume wise? Is she sort of standard cleric-ish? Is she wearing anything particular?
She's sort of wearing like the sort of like standard cleric sort of dress with like can't speak, with a mace in it, like, you know, those cleric mace, and she has a hood covering her head.
Okay. So we watched. So Caitlin, with you, Caitlin, you as Golden Heart, you walk up the southern exit. You being a cleric, you're obviously a little bit more slower to walk, as you're basically trying to keep your eyes open along the town street area. Through the southern exit, you make your way. Can you somehow see the stream, or are you a bit out of it?
Oh, I wasn't watching the stream. I was just
Alright, no, that's okay. Well, for the viewer's sake, I'll just mark you just briefly on the map, just so everyone can see. She is coming from this direction, right here. You're coming through the southern entrance to the city. As you're walking up, you're basically walking down the same style cobble path. Slight wears and tears all over the place, but that's due to the years of people walking all over this place. And as you're walking up, let's see, let's see, how can I do this? Ah! I dropped shit! Fuck! I kinda needed that! Oh shit, I dropped my dice, and I can't find it because of how dark this room's getting. Okay, plan B! I'm gonna move to the critical roll dice. Yes, I have official critical roll dice.
Wow.
Yeah, see? Critical roll. Sorry. Okay. I'll keep hold of this for now. Remember, Caitlin, from the test, obviously, if there's anything you want to look at, just make sure you let me know about perception or insight or anything as you're playing, okay?
You might have to, like, if I want to do a check, just remind me which command it is.
Yeah, that's okay. You could just say, "Can I make a check?" Then just let me know. You have your thing. I know, too many plan Bs. We're on BBB right now.
We'll eventually go to Z.
Shit. Anyway, so Golden Heart is walking up the stone path. You can see, as you're walking up, well, there's hardly any people on this southern path. For some reason, the southern path, which sort of still connects from the liver, isn't as popular as other places around the city. But it still has a few places that are classed as parts of this city, which is still classed as higher class. But as you're walking up, you're gripping onto your backpack, sort of rather nervously, like you're being apprehensive about this. As you're walking up, you can still see a couple of the people. You look over and you can see a couple of people sort of staring at you as you're walking up. They're sort of whispering a little behind your back, but you're a little bit of distance away that you can't really hear them. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to continue onwards? Do you want to speak to the people? What would you like to do?
Make my way, but just keep on walking.
Just keep on walking. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so as you're walking up the path, you keep looking up, and you look straight ahead, and you can see the sight of something that's quite interesting. You look up and you see this tiefling, or you look up and see this little tiefling who's just watching this halfling just waving at some random figure. The distance between them is about 20 feet, but it's hard to make out exactly what the halfling is waving at. The tiefling sort of gives a little chuckle, and then she turns around and walks down the pathway. She gets about 5 feet, and then she looks up and sees you. she sort of looks up and sort of does a... She sort of gasps a little bit, and she sort of steps back a little bit, like... She's sort of a bit stumbling and sort of not sure what to get the words out. You can see that she was quite surprised just seeing this random dragon just walking up the pathway. It's like... stay back! Stay back!
Nice to meet you too.
You being nice? Okay, this is the first time I met a dragon with the manners. Okay, just whatever you're gonna do, just do it quick, please.
Oh, is everyone here an idiot? I'm not gonna hurt you.
Idiot? If you're not gonna hurt me, then what are you gonna do to me? You're gonna flame me? You're gonna pick me up and take me away? You're probably gonna do the same to me. And as she's speaking to you, the halfling, that's you, Aeon, if you haven't gathered, you can sort of hear this conversation just as you're sort of finishing waving and turning around.
If you keep sputtering and trembling, then I might have to do something if you get out of my way.
Okay, let's make an intimidation check. Do you have anything in intimidation, Caitlin?
Fuck. This is where I take an hour trying to find a thing.
It should be on the first page.
Inspiration.
It should be near where your stats are.
+2.
+2, okay. Let's see. Shall we call this intimidation or persuasion?
I think it would be more intimidation, because
Yep. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'll tell you what. You can decide. Is it you trying to be intimidating like a scary dragon, or you trying to calm her down?
Intimidate, because she just pissed me off.
Oh, God. I thought we were supposed to be good guys here. Okay. That is an 8. You have +2, right?
Yeah.
So that's a 10.
10.
Okay. So the tiefling sort of just stands there for a little bit. And she's not entirely sure what to do. She just stands there and just does nothing but just whimper ever so slightly.
I'm just gonna make my way forward. See you later.
So you're just gonna walk on. So as you're continuing to walk, the tiefling sort of notices you walking and just slowly backs away just to get out of your path. She sort of just nearly falls to her knees, almost in shock as you walk, literally about 10 feet in front of her, and the halfling, you just literally walk up just behind the halfling as they connect. Essentially, the three of you are like a straight line, literally sideways. But you are walking straight forward, Caitlin.
Alright.
Is walking straight forward, but Trilly is looking towards the halfling. So let's see. So I'm trying to think. The tiefling then sort of backs away a little bit, and she bumps into the into you, Aeon. She sort of turns around with a almost shocked by the fact of something else just suddenly happening, and she looks down and she's like, "Oh great, something else is out of the ordinary."
She's a bit racist.
There.
Talking about you. First, there's the walking flamethrower over here, and then there's this short stack. What's going on here?
Who are you calling short?
She looks down. She sort of looks down at you, and she's sort of tilting her head a little bit, like, you don't seem to get it, do you? I'm calling you short.
It's not my fault you're too big.
She sort of just gives a sort of sigh and holds her head in her hands, and she just walks back down the path she was originally traveling, and she's muttering something slightly under breath. You're a bit of a distance away, but as she's walking away, the only words you could just about make up with, honestly, this is a bit too much. I think I'm just going to go grab a drink and just go. And then you look straight ahead, and you can see this dragon, this sort of walking dragon, just walking briefly towards the town center. Let's see. By the way, feel free to describe your actions at any time. Don't leave this to me.
It's hard for me because
Really is going to follow after the dragon because that's the most interesting thing she's seen since she got to this place.
Okay. Trilly, make a stealth check, please.
Okay.
Let's see what we get here.
Yeah.
A 5. she got a 5. Okay. So you are so curious that you really don't realize where some of the loose slabs are in the ground. And as you're walking across these slabs, some of them are jilting and tilting, sort of just making sort of little rumble noises like the best noise I can come up with right now, alright? I'm not a soundboard. So as these noises are quite loud, a few of the townspeople are looking towards your direction, and Goldie Goldie is just close enough that she can hear some of this.
She turns around and looks at the half. Wait, is it?
It's a halfling, yes.
Halfling. All right, and looks at the halfling and just stares at him. At her.
Yep.
Is that what you're gonna say? Can I help you?
Dunno.
Okay.
Nothing off
Continue.
at the moment, but thanks for asking. What do you just haven't seen many Dragonborn since I arrived here, so
yeah, I'm guessing you're new.
yep.
Well, okay, I haven't seen a halfling, and already I'm getting the impression that you're nothing but a troublemaker. So I'm just going to keep on going, and you can go ahead and steal some random... I don't know what your halfling's like. Just leave me alone.
I'm not a thief.
You sure look like it.
You're rude.
Oh, thanks for pointing out the obvious, Shorty.
About as blunt as a pencil. Okay. So as
oh wait, I got better insult actually. Well, not really.
Go on then. Go on.
Okay. You're really annoying.
You haven't met me yet.
And already I'm starting to dislike you.
So, as this is going on, Goldie, I need you to make a perception check, please, and Aeon, I need you to make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, you bastard!
So, Aeon.
Well, my perception's +2, bitch.
+2. Okay. Aeon, roll your dice. You have sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I'll roll this dice here. What's
+5, you bugger.
Yeah. Oh God!
What?
Caitlin, you got you're +2, right?
Yeah.
You got
What did
8.
he get?
You got 8. Aeon got
Alright.
Aeon got 20. So you don't notice this, Goldie, but as you're sort of muttering away and your frustration builds up, you fail to see that Trilly has put away the parchment that he got of the note. You fail to notice this, and truly you successfully hide it without her even noticing it.
Oh,
Straight.
okay.
Well,
Alright.
I ain't got time to stand around here talking to rude scalies, so I'm off. And I'll
Whatever.
really starts walking towards the broken chalice again.
Okay, are you walking the same direction to where Goldie was, or are you taking a different path?
I'm heading down the same path I was, straight down towards.
Okay, so that's
Where-
you're heading down that way as you did. Goldie, are you following the same path you were doing straight ahead, or are you taking a different path?
Taking a different path.
Okay, so as
Like, oh wait, I'm probably gonna have to mention that it's like, it looks like he's going the same way. Well, I'm getting a different way then.
Okay, so as Goldie decides to take the path where the tiefling was waving, they essentially have crossed different directions there. Trilly continues onwards towards the plaza, and Goldie is making her own way towards the center via a different path. Now our journey turns to the northern path of the city, where we find our third hero. Del, I saw that! That was Del going, finally! Del, I have to introduce you somehow!
I know.
So, now...
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, so on the northern side of the city, the northern entrance, which is simply known as the Backlash. This is sort of where some of the troublemakers sometimes like to reside, or where some of the shady business occurs. The northern entrance isn't quite as popular for people to come in, but it is also some of the heavily guarded sort of areas, as this is where some of the sort of black market sort of stuff occurs, but not as much as it used to. When the city was formed to begin with, it had a bit more to it. But over the years, it's got less and less, but there still is the odd few who tries to make a quick bit of gold here and there by whatever shady dealings we have. So, Del, describe yourself if you would, please.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm a male half-elf bard. I'm 25 years old, 5'7", 115 pounds, light skin, medium size, purple eyes, and honey blonde hair. Or tied in a low ponytail.
And we don't know your name?
And my name is Elion.
Zelion. So, you, Zelion, walk down a slightly more beaten down path compared to what everyone else was using earlier. Since this is the shadier part of town, a couple of people don't use this area often. So, the terrain is, in places, more damaging, but towards the sides of the path, it seems a little bit more newer, like it seems to be less used. More people seem to like using the center path because it's more safer for people in a way, because they have more distance for people to walk to them. As you're walking down, you see, actually, Del, make a perception check, please.
So what dice do I use?
You roll a d20 and add your perception modifier. So essentially, look on your character sheet to find your modifier for perception and add that to your roll.
Oh, whoops.
That's okay. You've got 11 there. So what's your perception?
My perception is perception +1.
+1, so a 12. Okay. So you look to your left and your right directions, and there doesn't seem to be any people around, but you can at least see a solar guard there. A solar guard is just sort of standing there, gripping a short sword in his hand, literally ready. He's literally looking like he's holding it, like he's some kind of a samurai, holding it in the middle of his face sideways, like he's getting ready for the next. You can then see him sort of swinging it around, almost like he's preparing himself, or he's in his own mind acting like he's some kind of big hotshot. So as you're walking down this area, you can just vaguely hear him briefly, sort of like, "Take that, and that. What are these two? Ha! You dare mess with the might of me? I can take you in a fight any day, you rapscallion thieves! And then he looks over at you. And then he looks over at you and just briefly walks over. And is sort of like, Halt, who goes there?
What? I put my hands up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill. I'm not here to hurt anybody.
Unlikely story. You cannot fool all me. I am the mighty Oberon. There is no way that I would dare not notice any troublemakers, and I have not seen you around here. Therefore, you are a troublemaker. State your name, now!
Now, does he have the blade pointed towards me?
He does have the blade pointed towards you, yes. It's not right up to your face, but there's probably about 10 inches away from your face.
I take a cautious step back and just calmly say, well, if you would put your sword down, maybe I'd be more willing to introduce myself. I'm very new here to this town, and I'm just kind of surprised that this is how you treat newcomers here.
Wrecked.
Make a persuasion check, please.
Persuasion. Okay.
So roll the d. So any check is always a d20. Just so you know, any check is a d20. You just have to add the modifier you've got.
Okay.
Can I just say, like, the moment you said, like, I'm the mighty, I just immediately thought, I'm the great papyrus.
I was tempted to put that name, but I thought, no, let's avoid the game references.
I finally got Skype.
Hooray!
Yay!
Yes.
All right. 15.
Ooh, 15. Okay. He sort of looks at you for a couple of seconds and blinks a bit. Then he slowly puts the sword down with the blade pointing towards the ground. The tip hasn't touched the ground, but it's just hovering, like he's ready to lift it back up in an instant.
I exhale a sigh of relief and put my hands down. Thank you very much, kind sir.
Well, you're definitely less hostile than I would have expected, but still, who are you, and what brings you to Hope Key, if you're not here to cause trouble?
Well, my name is Zelion, traveling bard extraordinaire. I pose with a flourish, and tipping my hat towards the guard.
Huh, a bard, eh? Well, I guess that explains some of the ruckus I heard out there a moment ago. I could vaguely hear something. Just a minor plot point. We had some of the minor pre-story stuff happen a bit before this, and we did like a test session just to go out of character for a minute there, and all three did like a scenario beforehand. So essentially, there's a different thing there. So Dells was performing earlier, and that's what we're talking about here. Just briefly going through that.
Oh, all right. I smile. Oh, you heard that? Well, it practically felt like the whole town was there.
Just for the record, she got a natural 20. She generally got a natural 20. I
got lucky, okay?
Oberon sort of crosses his arms and just looks at you like, huh. Well, the fact that all them out there seem to really like it, I guess that's something. Tell me, what brings you to Hope Key, anyway?
Oh, I'm just a simple traveler. Just checking out the sights and vice versa.
Hey, Caitlin's in! Caitlin is in!
Fuck, Ken, finally!
Yes! Caitlin is in! Can you see the map?
Yeah, let me just get rid of all these advertisements.
Yeah.
Do I need... No, I don't need
It'll
a
disappear
microphone.
after a while. So,
Oh, yeah, I see the map.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, okay, so Oberon just sort of looks at you, he sort of tilts his head for a bit, and then he decides to walk around you briefly. He's sort of inspecting you, and he's gonna make a perception check.
Okay.
That is a 3. That is a 3. So he looks over you, and you can just see the clothing on you. He doesn't seem to notice anything else on you. He glances at the loot briefly and just tilts his head. But because he's more focused on being a troublemaker, because he's more focused on being a trouble preventer, He doesn't seem to notice anything else on you, like weapons or anything like that in the slightest, or even a backpack. He just glances at your outside. You look legit. Fine. I guess you can pass, but I'd be very careful along this road. There are some shady people around here. After all, you should know that shady people always run around. But don't worry, for I, Oberon, am a master of keeping the peace around here.
Oh, Oberon. You know, I heard that as a name of a character in a play. Actually, are you by any chance a fan of theater?
A fan of theater? I was born in the theater, my dear. For you may never guess this, that
I'm a guy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I guess I've been working my shift too long.
No, that's fine. Please continue.
But my parents were born by the theater. My father was a director, and my mother happened to work as a stagehand, so she got to watch some of the performers. There was even a time where she even got to perform a side role. And ever since I saw my first play, I could say I absolutely loved it. I still remember what that play was called. The Solar Reunion. It was a beautiful play.
I just nod my head thoughtfully and give a small smile. That sounds like you really do enjoy the theater. I'm a pretty big fan. I'm a pretty big fan of music, but I don't mind the theater too much.
Is that so? Well, I think you and I shall be very well acquainted. Tell me, it was Zelion, wasn't your name?
Yep, that's correct.
All right. Well, let me give you a little piece of advice in this town, if I may, because you seem like a nice kid, if I may. People performing in this city, they need a permit. And if you're planning to do any performing here, which is all very nice and well, you'll get into trouble if you perform without one or don't produce one. So you're gonna have to get yourself one. You need to make your way to the Guildmaster's Hall, and it's a very, very tall building. You can't miss it. It's right in the center of town. You need to head to the Vanguard. It's a nice, simple place, but it's where everyone for warriors and people all around to get permits, to live in the town, to go for quests, essentially is the go-to place.
Huh. Wow. That's interesting. I will keep that in mind, Oberon. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. And Oberon sort of does like this nice smile. It's a similar smile to how he was when he was performing with the blade just a moment ago.
Okay. Right. Breaking character for a second. We're all going to the same place, right?
Yes, you are all going to the same place. That's the idea. I'm just trying to. Yeah, I'm doing my role as DM. I'm showcasing both things.
All right. Okay. That's all I needed to know. Oberon. One more thing before I go.
He sort of looks up to you just as he's about to sort of look the other direction. Yes. What is it?
As I'm fairly new, I may be fairly new here, but I've heard quite a bit about this place. I've heard that there's a lovely tavern here called the Broken Chalice. Do you have any idea where it might be located?
He has this grin form on his face, like he's absolutely proud to have someone ask him something. The Broken Chalice? By dear, that's one of the best places to go around here. And seriously, there's a great drink there. I'd recommend it at one point myself. But anyway, yes, if you make your way to the town center and then make your way to the eastern exit, you literally can't miss it. It is literally about, say... you see him ponder in his head for a little bit. It's about, say... about 50 feet away from where the Vanguard is. Literally, if you come out of the Broken Chalice and look to your right, you'll see the back of the building, basically.
Well... all right. I will keep that in mind. Thank you very much, Oberon.
My pleasure. Now, you have a great day. And, I'm always stuck around this area with not much to do. So, if you ever come around to perform again and, you want an audience or whatever, I'd be happy to have a listen to any of your performances. Well, when you get the permit, obviously.
Of course. course, of course. I'll send you a personal invitation myself.
You can see this glee suddenly shine on his face, like he's absolutely happy to hear this. Oh, I think you and I are going to get on rather well. He sort of puts the sword down a little bit. He walks up to you and holds your hand almost like he's just really happy to hear this, and he's got a great friend in you all of a sudden. He sort of shakes the hand just really small and stuff like that, like he's absolutely thrilled about this.
I do my best to shake his hand back.
Well,
I fucking love this dude.
well, I better let you get on. Don't let me keep you and stuff like that. But if you don't mind my asking, what? You said you came to this town by traveling and stuff like that. Do you hope to get something out of Hope Key while you're here, though? You know, are you wanting a bit of fame, just some money? What are you wanting to get out of this?
Honestly, I'm just happy to be able to perform. I mean, doesn't really matter what I do around here. Just as long as I'm making somebody smile, then that's just good enough for me. And hey, if I get some money out of it, that's fine. Then that's good. Good. All that matters is that people enjoy. All that matters is that people get some enjoyment in their lives.
Well, that is, my friend, a very nice code. I could probably use that myself. Anyway, I'll let you get on with your travels. Fare thee well, true bard.
And fare thee well to you, true guard. And
as you're walking away, you can just hear him sort of with a chuckle, just sort of really happy to see you walk away, and he goes back to sort of swinging his sword around like a lunatic. He's almost like a little kid.
I kind of glance back for a brief moment and just kind of chuckle to myself. He's a nice guy. A bit confused, but he's a nice guy.
Confused is not the word I'd use, but oh well.
Well, it's because he called me dear again, and I didn't bring it up that time.
I'm glad you noticed. I'm glad you noticed. So anyway, now we go back to near the center of the town, and our perception comes back to Trilly. So Trilly, you arrive in this giant square. You can literally see for a good bit of it that this giant square is mostly where most of the people like to reside around. Sorry, I better get the right color here so you can see. So you're about here. Can you see that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Ta-da, see? I get to have fun with this. So Trilly, you walk into the town, and you can see a good few market stalls dotted around, and you can see literally a good group of people. And where these market stalls have decided to set themselves, in the middle, you can see this giant circle area. This circle area is it seems to be a pretty historic spot, as it sort of sticks out a little bit out of the ordinary. Make a history check, please. Don't worry, Mugbeard, you'll get your chance soon enough. Oh, 19. Okay, 19. So, you do know exactly what that circle area is. As the town, in order to stay level, they had to build it a little higher up than usual. But that circle is the iconic spot to basically where the treaty was first ever signed. It is essentially where you will basically find the Unity. It's sort of the historic place where everybody goes to sign it every so often. You can sort of see this round table and these 6 stone chairs, and they all seem to be painted in slightly different colors, with 2 of them being red, 2 of them being yellow, and 2 of them being blue. As people are walking around, you can see a couple of guards walking around and stuff like that. And just briefly near one of the market stalls, you see a signpost that reads the Vanguard, pointing in one direction, which you can see just here. And you can also see a sign for the Broken Chalice, and it is pointing in this direction. So, what would you like to do?
I am going to follow the sign towards the broken chalice,
Okay, good.
regretting the fact that there is nothing exists that can take a picture of the circle so that I can remember what it looks like.
Very well. While that's going on, as you're walking onwards, so you're walking this direction, before we get to this bit and such, Golden Heart, which path?
Yeah.
So I said that you're going this way, if you can see the line. Now tell me, which way do you make your way through the center? Or do you go through the center at all?
Let's see. No, I will go for the center. I just want to avoid them.
So you're going up this direction right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk up this pathway as you basically do, and you can sort of see some of the market stalls, and you are quite mesmerized by this site, as there's quite a few amount of colors and stuff like that. In fact, Caitlin, make a perception check, please.
Yes, perception. What was the number again for perception? Perception.
2, I believe.
2.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
so
plus 2
you
perception.
can, if you click the dice on the left-hand side, you should be able to roll the dice if you can see it.
There's a couple of dice options.
Okay, you want D20. You want D20.
Oh yeah, D20. So I just roll.
Yeah, roll and then whatever number we can add 2. So you got 12, so that's a 14. So you see quite a few of the market stalls. Oh yeah, thanks Mugbeard, that works too. So as you're walking down this path, you look and you can see these bright colors of these stalls. They sort of stick out and they're quite fancy to look at, but you take a quick glance to your left, and you can see a familiar halfling that is about 5 feet away from you, almost colliding into you with how much he seems sort of just distracted by his walking direction. I'm sorry, I'm the derp.
It's okay.
Anyway.
So wait, have we collided or?
But that depends. Are you going to stand there and just look, or are you going to jump out the way?
I'm probably knowing me. I'll just stand there and look.
You're just going to stand there and look. Okay. So as you're mesmerized for this, the halfling doesn't seem to notice too much as he's sort of just making his way. He sort of glances to see you briefly, and what are you going to do, Tilly? Are you just going to walk straight on? Are you going to try dodge, or are you going to try do something?
I'll try and maneuver out of the way.
Okay, try maneuver out of the way. So, make an athletics check, please, Aeon.
Ah, crap.
That's how you know this is going to be fun.
So much for the acrobatics. Right.
Athletics, not acrobatics.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because my athletics is -1.
You still got a 14, so you briefly just glance to see so you notice the dragon and just briefly sidestep to the left out of the way. But you briefly just cross her line of sight, just looking her in the face as you do this suave little motion, just almost like a slide. Just briefly glancing her eyesight.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Hello, rude lady.
Are you purposely following me?
No. Are you?
No, I would like to avoid you in every single in any cost I can.
Fair enough. And I'll start walking towards the broken chalice. Bye.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
So are you watching him go the same direction?
Yep.
Okay. You gonna follow him with a bit distance, or are you gonna walk a different way?
I'm sure there's a woman.
Sorry.
It's okay.
You know what? These shops have some really nice items. I think I'll have a look around for a bit.
So you're gonna. Okay, so you're gonna stick around the shop area for a little bit. So as you're making your way to the shop area, you see a good couple of stalls there, and as you're walking towards them, you sort of see the hustle and bustle sort of slowly quiet a little bit because they just see this dragon walking towards them. Almost similar to how the tiefling was, but some of them don't look as scared, while some of them are a bit curious. And there, you notice another person there, standing out of the ordinary. Mugbeard, would you like to introduce yourself, please? Yes, I planned for this!
Mugbeard.
Mugbeard.
Yes.
Well, Mugbeard is a male-hail dwarf monk.
Okay, you want to describe...
Not really special. When you look at him, he's a large dwarf, or, well, dwarf. So he's about medium height. Has a pretty long beard, as is common with dwarves, but he's also a monk for some reason. You'll probably find out why. He's about 25 years old, and yeah, you'll find out more about him later.
Fair enough. So as Golden Heart is walking towards this nice little fruit stall that has this really nice half-elven lady stood there, so Mugbeard, you sort of turn around after you see the stare, and you wonder exactly what's going on, and you notice this dragon, this sort of humanoid-style dragon, just walking towards the shop. You can sort of see this frustration on her face, but you can't tell exactly why the frustration's there.
Nice. I'll walk up to her.
Okay.
What's going on?
Hello to you too. Weird short person.
I'm not a shop person.
Oh. And then what are you then?
Passerby. I have a note. I have to go somewhere.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
Well, bye then.
Okay, bye. And I walk off.
Okay, so are you, what are you doing then, Raven? What are you walking? Are you walking to the chalice, or?
Uh-oh.
Raven, you've gone quiet.
A pink word balloon appeared in his little window.
Oh.
Oh, now I can hear him.
There we go. Alright, so, what about you, Caitlin? What are you doing?
I'm just looking at the fruit.
You're just looking at the fruit. Okay.
I'm like the most anti-social son of a bitch there is.
Before you were so nice! Alright, so meanwhile, as Golden Heart is looking at the fruit in question, following a slightly different path from the northern area, let's see, Zelion, you are walking, if I can get my color here, God damn it, why is there no... Okay, fine, then we'll go for light purple for you, then.
Alrighty.
Okay, there we go, found pink. So you, Del, are walking from... You stopped at him here. So now you are... Right now...
That's light purple?
Okay, I changed the color, I found pink. So you, right now, are here. So
okay, so that's...
Yeah, so from this spot here, so you see a signpost, and you see two areas. One is pointing towards the center, where the Vanguard is, and the other is pointing towards the Broken Chalice Inn.
I kind of look at the sign, kind of deliberating my options a bit. I could go and get the permit now and then go to the Broken Chalice. Or I could go to the Broken Chalice now, find out what that's all about, and then go back, and then if I have time, go and get the permit. Dilemmas.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
I kind of pace around, and then I just kind of Shrug. You know, I might as well check and see what the price of those permits are real quick. Wouldn't
Okay.
hurt, right?
Okay, so you're heading to the Vanguard.
Yeah, so I head my way over to the Vanguard.
Okay. So you make your way down the path, and you briefly just go by the side of this giant building. The giant building before you, obviously to your left, is obviously the Vanguard, which stands at a very impressive height of about 250 feet. It is essentially the second icon of the city because it's so huge. The building is. Let me find my notes. The building is crystal. The building has a giant golden style roof with a long grey spire sticking out of the top. It is essentially in sort of like this weird hexagonal shape. It's sort of not quite a standard hexagon, but a bit longer on the sides. And the front entrance is obviously more popular. And as you make your way round, the front entrance has got this golden arch. And dotted around the golden arch is a simple expression. Unison equals unification. Obviously it means the same thing to a few people, but, beggars to choosers.
Quite impressive there.
Alright.
I just look at the building in awe, and then potentially look around for a sign to see to see if it's opening hours.
Okay. Make a perception check, please.
Perception check. I need to go back and forth just to perception.
Yeah. Welcome to D&D.
Okay, so it's D20 plus 1.
Alright, so that's an 8. Okay. It takes you a good bit because of how shiny the archway is. It sort of glistens a little bit about this. But it takes you a bit to find it, and you find a sign that's posted on the front door. The door is quite huge. It probably stands about maybe 10 feet tall. It is a standard wooden with grey sort of locks and things. But on the lock handle, there is a sign. And the sign currently reads, "The head is currently out. Please return later."
I fold my arms over my chest. Well then, if they're not open, I guess I'll. Later it is then.
Plot.
I guess I'll check back later then. I walk away. I walk away from the building and begin making my way over to the broken chalice.
Very well. Okay, Caitlin, what are you doing? Are you still looking at the fruits, or are you just making your way to the chalice now, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna make my way. Actually, no, I'm gonna. Oh, actually, where let me just check the map real quick. Sorry about that.
That's all right. If you want me to draw, I can draw for you.
Yeah, whereabouts is Del heading straight to Chalice?
So Del right now, just briefly, is right here. You are round about here. So right now we've got Mug and Trilly, who are roughly heading this direction.
How do you change your names?
I think that's a good question. We'll do that in a bit.
Okay.
All right. So what are you doing, Goldie?
I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna look around the stores and see if I can find any nice items.
Okay.
Because how much gold did I get?
check your sheet. It should mention it.
Yeah, is it at the top?
I think it should say it, or it should be somewhere down below. I think it should say it on one of the pages.
Gold. I think it was like wait, total. That's not
Right,
this
Emily,
is
you got it.
100. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 130.
Okay. I have to admit, this is the one thing I didn't think of.
I'm so sorry.
Fuck!
I'm so
DM,
sorry.
stop at this stage! This wasn't what I wanted! Okay,
Oh.
no, that's fine, that's fine. It's a DM's job to improvise. Okay, let me do this. Alright, roll d20. 17. Let me check my book.
I'm the type of person just like looks around at shops and
There is nothing wrong with that. Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah, okay. So, you do find a couple of little items there. You find a health potion that is there for 50 gold. It does take you a little bit to find it, but it does seem to be the only one that is around of it. That costs you 50 gold. I need to check the full prices of what I rolled up here because I need to check this regular roll.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No, don't apologize. That's the way this is. In fact, they can bring this up. Okay, yeah. Also, you do find there that there is a shop that specifies in sort of miscellaneous different things. You find a thieves' toolkit, which is 25 gold pieces. You find a couple of gaming kits to pass the time. There is a dice set, a dragon chest set, a card set, and a dragon ante. There's also a couple of musical instruments to show off, and there is also let's see here. Curious question: Is anyone proficient in herbalism?
Herbalism, like herbs?
Yeah, from what we see here.
You mean medicine?
Let's have a look here. From what I see, no, I just see it as this here. Let's see. It's also. Let's see. You also find here as well that there's also a couple of. You see also a couple of.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. And you also find a small shop that has a couple of ammunition for ranged weapons.
Fuck that.
Okay.
Alright. I think I know what I'm gonna get.
Alright, what are you gonna do?
Okay, gun. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the shop that has that potion. Can't hurt to have more potions.
Okay, fair enough.
And just stares at it and stares at the price.
Okay. So the shopkeeper sort of looks at you just briefly and goes, "Can I help you? You seem distracted by a health potion here."
Yes. If you don't mind me asking, how much does this cost?
Let's see here. And she sort of pulls up her book here and she says, it will run you about 50 gold pieces if you wish for this.
50. I have... Wait. I'm gonna, whisper to myself.
Yeah.
I have 130, but... Well... But maybe I can bring down the price a bit.
She's already learned! She's learned you can haggle!
That wouldn't mean anybody.
It's up to you if you want to do it.
So where am I exactly?
You are, because you said it, you're making your way roughly here. You're about to join the path. Oh, okay. Apparently Mugbeard is still close by, so Mugbeard is sort of still close by to notice this. So, you gotta let me know if you're doing this, Moon. DM, I have to do this. So, as Goldie, as you're looking over the price here, you notice that the dwarf is still close by and sort of glances over and looks at you, looking at the potion. He makes his way up to you, and with a simple little flick of his wrist, he tosses you a gold piece, according to what he says.
Wow, just one? You're so kind.
Raven, yeah, gone quiet again.
Moon.
What is up with him? Let me see.
Wait, I'm gonna type.
Hello.
Alright. Should I just continue hackling?
If you want to continue haggle, if you wanna reply to Moon, you can do that.
I'm just like I just ignore him because one
I
gold
don't know
piece.
why my mic is doing that.
Oh, there we go.
I'll give you 1 gold piece for that potion. Ha ha.
Oh wait, are you saying are you giving her 1 gold piece? Are you trying to haggle?
No.
You're trying
I'm
to
haggling for that potion. 1 gold piece.
Oh my god! Oh, okay. Right.
Okay, am I
Start
am I
haggling low.
anywhere near the? Am I anywhere near this event?
Let's see. I'd say yes. Like you hear the shopkeeper just react like, for 1 gold piece? Are you mad?
Yes.
Are you mad?
I kind of glance over towards the noise.
Okay. So, do you make your way to there, or do you just glance over?
I'm just gonna observe for now. Not sure if I should intervene or not.
Fair enough. Okay. Mugbeard, as the price is low, make a persuasion check with disadvantage, please. For those who wonder, for those who are new to D&D, if the DM asks you to do a roll with either advantage or disadvantage, you roll 2 dice. If it's advantage, you take the higher of your rolls and then add your modifier. If you get disadvantage, you have to roll 2 and take the lower one as your result. So there is a chance that anything goes wrong. So it's a 1 gold piece. I have to do it. 12, so that's a 7.
Yeah.
Okay. The shopkeeper just sort of crosses her arms and just sort of chuckles a little bit, like, please, I know what you're trying to do, little dwarf, but please.
Half a gold piece.
You have to go higher when people are trying to do this. Sort of just leans over the counter and looks at you. You can't go lower than a gold than you're trying to haggle. Go higher. I'll sell you it for 20 gold pieces.
Wait, can I intervene or?
If you want to intervene, you are welcome to intervene.
How about 15 gold pieces?
I'll give you 14.
She's sort of looking over at both of you and says, all right. How about we compromise? 18 gold pieces.
10.
18? That's as low as I'll go.
But
Hey,
I
decide
Nadia.
to. I kind
Oh, wait.
of walk up closer just to. Am I close enough to hear what's going on?
You are
Yes.
now if you walk closer, yes.
Yeah, I walk closer.
Okay. So,
You know, wait, is the vendor a boy or girl?
it's a girl.
Well, you know, miss, I feel like 10 is quite a generous offer. Especially since, as a cleric, I can happily use that potion to help poor, ill children, homeless children.
Okay, I'll
even.
do 11.
Shut the fuck up, you dwarf. But,
Love you too.
First swear word! Yay!
or you could even give that potion for free if you would like to help those poor innocent children who
I'll
are
give you
suffering.
5.
I look between the Dragonborn and the dwarf, just kind of looking at them like they're both, just kind of looking at them, just kind of wondering why they both want this potion so bad.
Okay. I would like Caitlin, make a persuasion check with advantage, as I definitely think the child would definitely sway her.
Haha! Yeah, persuasion. What was my... And plus I have... Do I have persuasion? Please, so I have +2.
Okay.
Wait, persuasion +4.
+4. Oh god. So you roll your d20 twice and you take the higher one with advantage.
Yeah,
So roll
bitch.
it twice with +4. Oh, this should be good.
Oh, do I just roll?
Yeah, roll it and then add 4. So you roll it twice, and then the higher one is your result.
Alright, so... Oh, fuck. Don't want to go -1. So +4.
This will be good. This will be good. 23. No, let's see if you get natural 20. Roll again.
Oh, roll again.
Yeah.
With +4.
Yes, yeah. Regardless of which one, every single check is always that. That would have. Oh, they're both as good. 19. Okay, so the cleric looks at you. You can.
I'll give you 12.
So,
I'm gonna throw you in the rubbish bin in a minute.
so so she sort of looks at the dwarven character and just sort of puts her finger on her lips and just goes, "Hush, you! You have not helped this." She then glances back at the dragon and just, for a moment, she seems kind of curious as to why a dragon would care about homeless children. But then hearing the story about homeless and you and the cleric, she just sort of sighs.
She's lying. She's new to the city.
How the fuck would you know that?
Hey, make her... Okay. We're already starting the chaotic, it seems. Fine, Mugbeard, make a deception check, please.
What?
But you have to get higher than 23.
I swear to God, if
Let's
this son of a
see, what's
bitch.
my deception?
You have to get higher than 23. The only way he's beating this is natural 20. That's the only way he's beating this. 17.
Close.
Oh.
Close.
So she looks at you and just says, "You stay out of this. I want you to be quiet."
Okay.
Talking to the
And I walk away.
Fair enough. She looks at the dragon and she's sort of like, "It's so sweet how you actually care for children. I do have a business to run though, so I'll go as low as 15, but that's the best I can do."
That's the deal.
So
Thank you. You have done those children a gracious honor.
she feels honored, and she sort of just looks up and is like, "Oh, you think this will make up for my bad deed the other day?"
Of course.
She sort of smiles and just sort of glances over at the couple of other customers who just blink and are like, "Why'd she sell it for that low?" And she just like, "I've got to do it for the children." And they just shrug and just go back to their work.
Wow.
So, Caitlin, you can mark 15 gold off your character sheet. If you, or I could do that for you afterwards. I'll make a note for now.
I think I can do it, actually.
Oh, shit. I could have actually blessed the shopkeeper, so I should have stayed.
Yeah,
Oh.
fucking
Whoops!
bastard.
I'm a monk. I do have faith.
Yeah,
I
he
do
does.
have
He does.
Proficiency.
He could have done that.
I just kind of smirk at the spectacle and just
Uh-huh.
meh.
Just meh. Okay. So,
Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know.
I
what to say.
also-
Notice me yet.
I also chose my deity, so yeah.
he chose God apparently. So as
Oh yes.
So mark
Scalum.
yourself with an extra health potion, Caitlin. And as you take the potion and put it in your bag, you turn around and you notice the bard who is looking at you with a little smile on her face. His face.
It's thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to this.
All right, just remember our characters.
I'm doing my best.
Good evening.
Right. Hey, I look up at the sky. Is it evening?
With what's going on with time-wise, I'd say it is just more early afternoon rather than evening.
Well, I tip my head towards the Dragonborn. Or an afternoon.
If I'm not mistaken, you're a bard. I hope.
Oh, really? What gave it away? I point to the loot on my back. Was it the loot? I point and I gesture to my clothes or my fashionable attire. I
You mean
kind
the attire
of
that makes you
trace
look
the
like a
brim.
clown?
I kind of taken aback by the comment. Clown? Excuse me? Excuse me? My attire consists of a white shirt, white long sleeve shirt, buttoned up to the collar, but to the base of the neck. A purple vest, kind of a darker purple pants, and black boots, and a purple and white hat, and a purple hat with a white feather in it.
Well, my apologies. But if I'm wrong, don't bards travel around playing music for as long as you pay, and as long as people pay them?
I do. I do sometimes play for money, but really I just love music. And honestly, I would play a bit of a sample, but I can't in this city without a permit. I sheepishly rub the back of my head.
Oh, no, that's perfectly fine. But you do have some gold on you, don't you?
I kind of shrug a bit. Yeah. Well, yeah, why? I kind of look at her.
Well, as a clerk of the church, it's my duty to help to try and get people to donate.
She's doing this now! She's doing this now!
To help donate for the church, and I'm not sure if you heard the conversation with me and that lady and that annoying dwarf, but I would love to help those helpless children and maybe even give them money for food if you are willing to spare a few gold.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is there a way I can check to see if she's lying to me or not?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
There is a way she can do it. So, Del, you need to make an insight check. Caitlin, you need to make a deception check.
Yep.
Basically,
Okay.
you two roll. Whoever has the higher is the result that happens. So
Wait, let me check my deception. Please don't, I got high deception. I'm a dragon, I should have high deception. I have +2 deception.
+2.
Okay. +3 insight.
Okay, so +3, so roll, and the higher of the two is what happens. So
19.
Del is 19, Caitlin is 10. So Del does believe. So Del doesn't believe the lie. She can see that the dragon is slightly twitching a little bit when she mentions about the children.
Also, to keep in mind, Zelion is a guys,
Okay.
and I'm just like, sure, yeah, I believe you. I kind of emphasize with my voice that I do not actually believe her.
Well, so if you do believe me, will you be able to spare some change?
Well, kind of depends. What church is this for?
Oh, yeah. I hope she paid attention to this bit, because we sort of went over this.
Oh, if only I was around to promote my church.
You fucking bastard!
D&D in a nutshell!
Am I still around?
No, you've already walked off. By this point, you're already a good 60 feet away. You do not know anything that's going on right now.
Too bad.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of noticed that the Dragonborn is hesitating in her response, and I'm just like, yeah. Listen,
Yeah, listen, I would gladly donate. I really would. But I can kind of tell that you're lying to me if you if you were honestly telling me the truth, then you wouldn't have hesitated with telling me what church this would be for. You would know the name off the top of your head.
How dare you accuse a clerk of lying, the most cruelest of sins? You bards really are rude.
Hey, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I've got nothing against the church person. I've got nothing against the church. I've got nothing against helping the needy, okay? This isn't about me accusing you. I'm not even accusing you of lying. I can just kind of tell. I kind of make note of any tells that you might be giving off.
You can sort of see that being accused as a liar has sort of riled her up, but you can sort of see it in a way that it's not so much a angry sort of way, but more I'm basically you can sort of tell that she's getting nervous as well as angry. So it's hard to tell the difference between the two, but you can at least tell between them that she's sort of wary about you asking her all of this. Like she's worried that she's going to be rumbled.
Look, I can't. Yeah. You see there, the tone of your voice says you're angry, but I can kind of make out your nervousness here. Listen. I kind of walk up to her and put a hand on her shoulder. I won't listen. I won't tell anyone that you lied to me, but only if you promise that you're actually going to be doing this for a good cause. I kind of gesture to the potion that you got from the merchant. And then back up at her.
Fucking dick,
I'm
Raven.
kind of stupid.
Fucking
What did he
dick.
say?
He put up a
What
gif
did
of Cotlol. He basically look. Do it again. Put it up.
They can't see it. They have to wait until the stream shows it.
Yeah, I see it.
Yep.
That's all Cotlol.
All right.
Dal. Make a perception check. No, make a persuasion check, please.
Okay. Persuasion. So roll 1d20.
Everyone liking this so far?
I'm enjoying it.
I am.
Yeah, me
We
too.
are
Hold up.
further behind where I wanted to be.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
Crud.
Let's have a look. I need to have a look at this myself.
Got 11.
11. So you can tell that you do understand that she probably isn't going to be doing this for that, but your words at least touch her for a moment, and it does make the dragon consider it. But it's gonna be more of a lingering at the back of her mind rather than a full-blown fact right now.
Oh. Well, all right. You gonna say anything, Caitlin?
So, I'm trying to think of something what to say to that.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Your kind words have touched me, young bard. Thank you. You have enlightened me. Now,
Okay.
I shall be on my way.
Okay. Have you walked off?
Yep.
Yeah, so she's
Okay.
just walking off right now.
I'm
Alright.
actually gonna make my way to the golden
The broken chalice.
yeah, broken chalice.
Okay. I kind of waved to her. Sir, it was nice meeting you. Oh. And then I make my way over to the Broken Chalice.
Okay. So while all that was going on, Trilly has already arrived at the Broken Chalice. And Trilly's basically standing at this cornerstone, and Trilly looks out at this marvelous looking tavern. The tavern is in sort of like an L-style shape, with the front door being situated right at the corner. And outside it are 4 stone pillars. These stone pillars sort of represent sort of like different sort of factions and parts of nature, with there being a red one for fire, a green one for nature, a blue one for water, and a yellow one for earth. Between the 4 of them, they keep up a slightly small square roof, almost like a porch area for people to stay out of the rain. And you can see that this wooden door is slightly open. Is it to indicate that the business is still open, basically?
Cool.
Trilly will walk forward and push open the door.
Alright, and as you push open this door, make an athletics check, please.
Damn it.
Should have listened first.
He's found my one weakness.
Oh,
Just one?
Just! He's got -1. Okay. So, as you push open the door, it takes you to the last second, but you notice a flying glass flying right towards you, and you duck just at the last second. And as it flies over you, it catches the top of your head, and it flies out onto the path outside, and you just hear this smash right on the eggs, right there. And then you turn straight forward to see this half-orc, basically who's looking a little bit drunk out of his wear, just sort of standing on top of a table, kind of like, I am the mightiest drinker here! I have downed over 7 glasses of grog, and I am God! And he just falls backwards, almost straight onto his chair. He falls backwards and lands on his head, and just within an instant of him falling, he's out like a light. He just lands there and just continues snoring as a couple of the other people around are just sort of like, yeah, I knew he wouldn't last any more than 7. Ha! Pay up! And so you can see gold transferring and such. And truly, you do sort of look back up and you see this thought. But then your eyes glance to the right, and you can just see this lone human who's working behind the counter. She's sort of polishing her glass as she's looking over. She gives like a little sigh, and you can see that she has a long blonde hair. She probably looks to be within her sort of late 20s, early 30s, and she's just there sort of just minding her own business as she does. She's acting like she's not surprised by this, like she didn't expect this. And she sort of looks over in your direction at that point. And she looks over at you and is just like, oh! Hello there. I'm sorry, I didn't notice you were there. Welcome to the Broken Chalice.
Hello.
I'm sorry about that scene. Are you alright?
Trilly will look at the passed out half-orc, the glass behind her. I've been in worse places.
You've been in worse places? My word, then you must be weary. Well, I hope I can at least do something to lighten your load. Now, what may I serve you?
What was it again? I'd like some truce and valor and a pint.
You just had to sneak that in there.
She sort of looks over. She sort of looks up to you, and just briefly puts the glass down. And then she leans into the counter as if to try get a closer look despite her position. She sort of walks a little towards like the edge of the bar, towards this little open gap area that can sort of lead to where she pulls open. she sort of looks down at you and she says, I'm sorry. What may I serve you again? Sorry?
Okay, Treddy will look her in the eyes, stand on tiptoe to sort of reach closer to it. I would like truth and valor and a pint.
The fucking
Please.
accent.
She sort of leans. She sort of leans a little bit towards you and basically says, "You received the note, then?"
Yes.
And with that, she just simply pulls open the sidebar, and she sort of looks over at the group and she sort of motions to you, just quietly, with her hand briefly beneath the desk, and you can see
Group.
Yeah, the half orc and the couple of others who are watching this sort of this drunken half orc lying flat on the ground, making the bets and things.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
just
basically
making
a group there in the corner. She sort of notions at you to say, "This way, please, hurry." And just as she's motioning at you, right behind you, you hear these sort of footsteps of a slightly annoyed dwarven character who stands right behind you, sort of teetering just a little bit above you, but is just walks straight in and walks straight up to the counter.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh, and then she looks the girl looks over and she sort of notices you, Mugbeard, and she's like, "Oh, you're back already? How did the trip go?"
I'll have what he's having.
And do you know? And she sort of looks over at the halfling and then back at you. I believe that's a she.
I'll be the judge of that. I haven't seen proof yet.
Dude,
I just noticed the chat. Just noticed she's poor female. Thank you. And with that, it sort of looks over and such, and is like, "Fine. Do you know what she's having?
Yes.
And what is that?"
A pint? And
Talking
where
about
was
dumbass
that
nigger.
note I had? Wait, where is literally that note I had? I have that note somewhere. Let me check. Truth and valor.
Oh, yeah, you got it just in time. So she then gives a sigh and she's like, "Fine, both of you, come in quick.
Don't forget about my pint.
I'll have your
Good
pints.
point.
I'll have your pints ready for you in a moment. Just go.
Thank you.
Just go down the corridor, take the second door, head down the
So
stairs."
go down the corridor and take. Oh, that's a secret. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I'll be silent now.
Hold
He
on,
is loud.
give me a minute. I'm gonna make a perception check for the group.
oh my gosh! Imagine they get a 20.
20.
Natural 1.
Bah!
They
Okay.
are so drunk
Wow.
and busy by this splendid show that they do not even notice the dwarven shouting.
I'm going to roll intimidation, so they will definitely not know.
No, you do not need to do that, but go ahead since you declared it.
8.
8.
Wow.
So, because your volume isn't going to be quite loud enough that they can't hear it, and they think you're just trying to join in the banter more than anything.
I'm going to sing then. Performance.
At that point, Olga goes straight for. Olga literally hands you.
I rolled a 20.
Oh god damn it! Natural 20.
Wait, what did he do?
I'm going to sing. It's performance.
He's gonna
Oh.
fucking sing. Oh no! He has to now. Okay, what are you gonna sing?
I don't know. Anything.
Oh my fucking ears.
Well then, sing, boy. What are you gonna sing?
Oh,
What exactly are you wanting to sing? As
can even
in,
be-
are you wanting to sing what you've been told to do, or are you wanting to just sing a roundy rumble or something?
I was just going to disrupt this place so they wouldn't notice the secret exit behind me. Like over there.
At the moment they got a bad perception, they can't notice this already.
Yeah, but I wanted to sing. And now I'm singing.
Now
I don't know what, but
he has no choice but to. Okay, fine. Make a performance check.
I did. That was a 20.
Okay, then let me make a perception check for this. I suppose.
Oh, I can make money here.
He can.
Oh.
He can.
You need a
if this is-
permit.
Would you like me to accompany you on the pan flute? Do you have a
Oh.
pan flute?
I only have to have a permit if they catch me.
This is one sassy dwarf.
Wait,
hell, he found a
I think
loophole.
I actually have an instrument.
Oh, fucking hell, he does. Fuck! I saw it on his character sheet. I was like, please don't. All right.
Okay, come on, guys.
Yes, let's do this proper. Okay, so you're performing. What are you doing to perform? Are you staying where you are? Are you jumping up on the table? Are you doing something else?
I'm staying where I am.
Right near the counter.
Yes.
Attention.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh boy. Trilly, I need you before he sings. I need you to make a stealth check, please. Oh my god, don't blow this, I beg you.
Oh, my promises.
A 14. Okay, so just as this dwarven is put his hand to his throat, sort of clearing it, getting ready to sing, you can see the girl behind the counter is just sort of with her head in her hands like, oh god, not again. But just as they're like this, before he starts singing, Trilly has already made her way through the gap, and within a moment of that happening, she slams the counter just as Mugbeard begins to sing. So you're just
Let
gonna
it rip,
sing.
boy.
So you're just gonna sing.
Where's my character at this point in time?
Get to that.
We're both making our way to the broken
Yeah.
chalice, so we're not in there yet.
So as the dwarven is performing, so what are you exactly performing exactly? Are you just performing random things? Are you performing exactly what the girl told you?
Wait, Moon Raven, I know what you're saying.
It's his choice.
No, wait. I am a dwarf and I'm
Youngsters!
Diggy hole. Digging a hole.
Okay.
That? Yes, sure.
So as he is singing this dwarven theme tune, which is apparently classed as digging holes for the rest of their lives, and
Yes.
the tavern is just mesmerized by this performance, and they can't help but raise their glasses up in the air and just suddenly just wave them around with beer falling out of the tops of it, just splashing all over as they're getting involved in the song. They can't help but just be mesmerized by a dwarf singing, of all things. They knew dwarves could sing, but for some reason this one seems a bit more enjoyable. And as you're performing, they're getting rowdy and drinking, and it's at that point that a dragonborn appears at the entranceway to just hear this singing get about halfway through and get louder and louder.
What in the world is that? As she got closer to the broken chalice, she slowly opens the door to peek through to see chaos. Fucking chaos.
That is
inside.
essentially... You're better
I'm
managing.
playing my character well.
You are playing it well. Okay. So then the girl at the counter just looks up and goes, I'm sorry for the noise. Welcome to the broken chalice.
Hearing all this noise, Golden Heart gets more and more annoyed as she got closer to the bar. Even though as she got closer, she could slightly hear the lady, but with all the singing, it was more hard and annoying.
Very well, very well. I'm really sorry about this. It normally doesn't get quite this rowdy. He's just suddenly in one of these moods.
Is there any way that can maybe stop him?
Believe me, if I could have found a way to I've tried gagging him, I've tried drinking him crazy, I've tried drugging him, but no matter what, he gets up the next day and performs again. Seriously, he's like the voice that doesn't stop.
Did I hear drinking?
And just at that point, the dwarf turns around and can look you right in the face, Dragonborn.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God.
You just see this familiar dwarven who, in all of his rowdiness, has actually jumped up onto one of the tables and can't help but just look at you. And you can see this smile just slightly diminish off the dwarf's face, just recognizing you.
Okay, are we talking about your god or mine?
Oh, don't tell me you're gonna have this debate.
Yes, we are.
Just as you're about to get involved, the girl at the counter just...
Wait, is my pint ready?
She just slides you this glass and just like, if I give you... It just grabs hold of the handle just before she slides it. If I give you this, will you promise to be good?
I will promise to be good until this beer is done.
She contemplates the idea for a moment, and then just slides it to you. You were gonna get rowdy again anyway, just get in here now. And she opens up the latch for you again.
Oh, thank you. I grab the beer and I go in.
Okay.
Free beer.
She closes...
Look, Golden Heart looks at the lady and gives her a questionable stare. Is that where all the nut jobs go?
No, not really. More the ones with special privileges. And she just sort of sighs and sort of claps her face to get herself relaxed. And it's at that point as she's doing that the bard from earlier walks in just at that point and is standing in the doorway.
I just tip my hat as a courtesy to all the fine folk here. Hello. And then I just walk in and up to the bartender.
Golden Heart then notices the bard. Oh, hello again.
I noticed the Dragonborn cleric. Hello to you too. Fancy seeing you here. I didn't know. Forgive me for saying this, but I didn't think clerics actually went to bars.
We don't, but I'm here for something private.
I just grin at her.
Sorry, carry on.
Sorry.
All right. Nah, I think I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that for the cleric. I just turn my attention to the bartender and tip my hat to her. Madam.
Finally, someone else with a little bit of manners. I have to admit, you're definitely one of the nicer ones. In fact, you and the cleric here seem to be the nicer ones I seem to serve.
My mother has raised me well. I just give a bit of a smirk. You have quite the fine establishment here.
Okay, Del, make a perception check.
Perception check?
Yeah, make a perception check, please. You mentioned the interior. I gotta fucking do what I gotta do.
Okay, so.
Oh, Cole's finally watching. Hi, Con.
Okay, it's perception, right?
Yes, perception.
Okay, so that's a +1. Okay, dice is rolling.
Oh, it's alright. Natural 20! Natural 20! Nicely done! 2 natural 20s! Alright!
You just rolled luck.
I guess so. Okay, so As you mentioned about this fine establishment, you look around the area and you can see that this establishment has been pretty well looked after. There are about sort of 5 long tables that sort of stretch all around this sort of V-shaped building. 2 going into the left direction, 2 going into the right direction, and the other one is this round circle table, which is almost like in the entrance. Yeah, it does need some background music, I know. I'll be working on that on the next one. I didn't get time to add that in. But anyway, as you're performing, as you're looking around, you can see all this. You look in one corner and you can see the half-orc plastered face up on the floor, just with his legs brief up on the table. You see a group of about 5 others who are still singing a merry tune from a performance from earlier. Hold on. And because you rolled a natural 20, I can go a little further with this. You also notice around that because of how people have been getting themselves drunk and quite crazy, you can see like bits of like glasses and bits of coins and stuff like that scattered around the tables, either from people from before, either as tips, or just from drunken escapades that they never really noticed.
Yep. Quite the fine establishment.
Yeah, we've been looking after this for about 20 years. It's been in the family business. I mean, my father ran it, so now it's, now it's old daughter's turn, so someone's got to do it.
No, I completely understand.
Golden Heart then smirks at Del. You must have really low expectations, don't you?
Low expectations. I turn to the Dragonborn. What are you talking about? This place looks pretty. I've been to so many places. Each establishment I've been to is just wonderful. Some are okay, others are decent, but this is pretty well kept. This is a pretty well kept tavern.
It's at that point that hearing that statement that the girl behind the counter literally just sort of chuckles a little bit and is sort of quite happy to hear this. Well, it's nice to think so, my good sir. So, anyway, she sort of claps her hands and looks over at you. She sort of ducks down under the desk to sort of grab some glasses and things and such. She sort of shouts up as she glances her eyes over the counter, "How may I serve you?"
I turn my attention back towards the bartender. Yes. I would like a glass of water and some truce and valor, please.
It's at that point when she hears the phrase that she was taken back by the order of that statement that she sort of jets up and bangs her head a little bit on the desk in shock. She sort of clings her head a little bit like, ouch!
Yep.
Are you
okay?
All right?
Yeah, that just caught me by surprise. You said a glass of water and what else?
I just kind of fold my fingers together and kind of like this. And then I'm just like, a glass of water and truce and valor, please.
With that statement, she then looks over at the Dragonborn as if to try to mask the words at the end. And what about you?
Oh, well, I'll have your special truce and valor.
It's at that point that she sort of looks over at both of you. Are you both together?
Together.
Of course.
It depends on what you mean by together. I mean, we don't know each other. We don't know each other.
We're the closest traveling companions ever.
Make a deception check.
Wait, what did she say?
She said you guys are the closest ever.
I just glare at her.
Make a deception check, please, Caitlin.
Oh, me? Alright.
Yeah, make a deception check.
I think I had deception 4, but I'll double check.
I think persuasion plus 4, I think was what you had.
Oh yeah, deception plus 2.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll quickly. Oh yeah, I need a roll. Duh.
Yes, you do. And she's gonna make a. She'll make a.
Oh. Okay, so my deception is rolling 16.
16. Okay. She sort of looks over at you both, and it takes her a moment before she's sort of like, well, the fact that you two haven't ripped each other's heads off, I'd say you're definitely acquainted with each other, more than a friend, I would say, but that's my personal opinion. But anyway, she sort of looks over at the group in the corner again, and then she sort of opens up the cabinet by the side, and she sort of does the same notion that she said to the other two earlier. This way, hurry. Go down the corridor, take the second door on the left, and go down the stairs. Await instructions, and I'll bring you the drinks later.
I get up from my spot and just tip my head towards her. Thank you, ma'am. It's a pleasure. And then I would just walk towards the hole.
Quick question. Is that crazy dwarf down there as well?
Yes.
Now, by crazy dwarf, you mean the one who just performed by then?
Yes. If he is, would you mind if he starts singing again, would you mind if I burn him? Maybe that will shut him up.
My ears kind of perk up at the word perform.
She sort of, the girl sort of leans towards you and says, "Don't burn him, but all I ask is that you give him a gentle knock on the head, and what I need you to do is tell him Olga Heartstone has a message for him."
Okay.
Just remember, Olga Heartstone. If you mention just Olga, he won't react. But mention Olga Heartstone, and I'm sure that will get his attention. He'll know.
Okie dokie.
And if you do that for me, if he starts singing and does that, then I'll give you something a little special. And she sort of winks at you a little bit.
Oh, well, I'll happily do that request then. Thank you.
No problem. Just only if he sings, just remember. I don't want any violence in my tavern, please.
Oh, no, of course. I am a peaceful cleric after all.
So, at that point, she sort of notions to quickly get behind the counter again. And while you two are dealing with going through the counter, meanwhile, at the door, we have a sight of Trilly and a slightly smug Mugbeard, who is just making his way down the hall, and he's still muttering a little bit with the song, and Trilly is the first to arrive at this strangely different colored door than the other areas. For some reason...
Okay, sorry, breaking character for a second. Do you have maps for, like, the inside of certain buildings?
Not this time. I don't have this one, unfortunately. I'll have to look this one up, or I'll have to see if I can try and make it at some point.
Alright, just wondering. Go on.
All I can say is just think of an L, and the corridors are going down the desk, which is in the center of the L. Think of it like the conjoined corner.
Alrighty.
So Trilly's the first to arrive at the door, and down this corridor, the doors are slightly different colored. The doors on the left, from the closest to the counter to the back, the colors go green, black, red, and on the right-hand side, they go blue, black, white. The door that they are referring to when they mention about the left is the black door on the first set of doors, and Trilly is the first to arrive. So Trilly, what would you like to do?
I push open the door.
You're just gonna open the door? Okay, not even paying attention to the dwarf. Just some dinky horn. So you open the door and there's just darkness. All you see there is, just because of the light from the doorway, it's a very faint light, but you can only see about 2 steps and a very faint 3rd step. but you can sort of hear, as you open the door, a slight... Quick, someone's coming. Quick, hide. And then there's just silence. Nothing.
I'm going to step to the side of the doorway and let the dwarf go in first.
I am a dwarf. I'm making. Wait, what? Why are you standing still?
After you, good dwarf.
I'll be getting my drink soon. Step aside, tiny human. I'll go
But
first.
you already got your drink.
He does. He's already got the drink, yes.
I know, but I'm getting more.
He's getting more. Yeah. Okay, so you're going in?
Yes.
Okay. All right. At that point, so you make your way down. So you make your way down the steps. You're just singing and just walking down.
And I'm yelling beer now. Beer!
Okay. At that point, you suddenly hear this now, and at that point, you basically get an attack done against you in quite surprise. Someone's coming at you with a club weapon. Wait, no?
Wait. I'm not prepared for this. Hold on a minute.
No, you're not. This is a surprise. This is a surprise because you just blurted out beer at top volume.
I do not like surprises, good sirs. Please step aside.
Too bad for you. Let's have a look. That is a 8 to hit. What's your armor class?
No. Shouldn't we have initiative and,
No.
you know,
This is just,
see if I can perceive them first?
This is a surprise. This is a surprise
But
round.
They're
an 8 doesn't
charging
hit.
right at you. I don't
Yeah,
think they'll be
it's just a
listening.
surprise. You didn't choose to make a perceptive check when you entered in the doorway.
8 didn't hit.
Okay, fair enough. So this attack comes slamming down, but just at the point when they nailed now, you react quickly and just sidestep to the side. And at that
You made me spill my beer, you bastard!
At that point, the owner of that club looks up and stares you right in the face. And you can see this tiefling staring you at the face. She's a light red color, and she has a slightly broken horn on her left side and deep black eyes. She is wearing a sort of heavy style clad armor, but then she looks up at you and just gives a sigh. Mugbeard, I thought we told you to lower the volume when you enter the room again!
I have beer! How can you attack me?
That's still no excuse!
Okay, I use my quarterstaff to slap that person that tried to attack me.
Okay, make an attack roll, please.
Let's
The
see.
dwarf reminds me of fucking Ed from Ed and Eddie.
Hey!
I like chickens, Eddie.
You made me break my jawbreaker!
Does a 16 hit?
16 hits. Roll for damage.
My damage is 3.
3 hits. So, with your staff, you just whack her around the side of the face. She sort of just gets taken back for a little bit and almost falls down the stairs, but sort of grabs hold of a nearby column just before she falls. She looks at you and goes, "You fucking dick! You're always
Stop attacking me! Every time I get in here and I sing, you attack me. No, I'm done with that.
She just sighs and then just with a clap of her hands, she's just like, fine. And with that...
We do this every time.
And with
You know, it's fun, but still.
And with that, 6 candles light themselves around this giant room that you can see, and the whole room fills up. Trilly, you can hear from your position, you can just see the moment where Mugbeard has attacked someone, and you glance down the corridor and you can see this bard and dragon who just look from the distance and can just hear this loud sort of, "You fucking bitch!"
I just blink as I just blink, just like, what is going
Yeah,
on
you
over
have
there?
very nice manners, don't you, Bard?
Hmm? Hey,
Manners? What are
excuse
those?
me.
Calling me a bitch.
I did. I did. I didn't say any. I didn't say anything.
Then who did?
And
I
it's, at,
have no
lady.
idea.
it's at that point that this tiefling comes out of the doorway, slightly rubbing the side of her face, almost like she's had a toothache and she's clinging onto it. And she's like, the stupid dwarf with his damn booze again. Seriously.
Whoa! Whoa! Do you want to get smacked by my quarterstaff again?
At that point, she just sighs heavily and then she looks up at the group and goes, 4 notes. At least one of, or rather 3 of the 3 different ones and 1 returning one. I really wish we had someone else besides you, Beard.
Scalen would not approve you being like that towards me.
At that point, you see a red look suddenly appear, even brighter on the tiefling, and she's just like, don't say that name.
Scalen?
Before she even has a chance to react to that, she just takes a deep breath and looks back over. So, let's see. From what I gather, you must be Zelion the Bird.
Yep, at your service. I
You-
tip my hat towards him.
You must be, Golden Heart, was it?
Yes, and I advise you to remember that.
Sorry.
Eh.
I'm sorry, you have to forgive me. I just lost about 20 brain cells from getting smacked in the face.
Whoever would do that?
She glances over at you as she
You're
turns
not
around.
the only one who's you're not the only one who has lost brain cells. Stares at the dwarf.
And it's at that point that she sort of looks over and sort of then looks back at the cleric. Nice attitude. I kind of like that. And it's at that point she chances over and said, so I swear I heard a third voice.
Down here.
She sort of looks to the left and then turns around and sees you right behind. She's sort of like, oh, you must be the halfling. What was it?
You thought I was small. Look at this wimp.
It's
I thought,
Trilly,
oh,
isn't it?
Trilly will hold out a hand. Trilly Thistleway, watch it.
She just nervously takes the hand and is like, likewise. She sort of stumbles for a little bit and then just clears her throat. I'm Ember. That's all I got as a name to mention for now. The name is Ember. And I see that you have, make your way. I see you successfully made your way here. You all got the notes, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yep.
I reach into my bag and pull out my note.
I see.
A note.
Goldenheart
I
also
got it.
pulls her note.
It's at that
Wait,
point. It's at that point when you pull out your notes that you see that Mugbeard's note is a different color.
I'm special.
Wait, hold up. I thought Goldie's got stolen.
No, Goldie still has hers. Everyone still has that.
I thought earlier when she and Trilly ran into each other, Trilly snatched something from her.
No, Trilly dodged.
Something.
I'm not.
Really hide hers.
No, I mean much earlier.
Oh, I know what you're on about. No. What I was referring to was if mentioning a note with these two earlier, Trilly hid hers and Golden couldn't see it. Goldie has not revealed her note yet, so Trilly didn't know Goldie had the note yet.
Oh, okay. I just needed confirmation on that.
Yeah. So then Ember looks over at Goldie. You've got the note too, right?
Of course. Though I do have one question.
Fire away.
Why did you send us these notes?
Ember then has a smirk on her face, and she turns around to just look at Trilly to make sure that she's got the note as well.
What? Oh, the note. Yeah, my Trey pulls hers out.
Very well. She sort of then looks and says, okay, I suppose it's best we all mention everything. Please, make your way inside. Just
Can I get a beer first?
Fine. Fine. Sit down. I'll go grab your beer. Mugshot.
And a water. I did order a water earlier.
Oh, I'll get Olga to work on that. Anyone else
Get
want a
her
drink?
water as well.
Anyone else want a drink?
Oh,
I'm fine.
Ignore the halfling.
It's
Golden Heart then looks at the halfling. So we seem to always meet. It's almost like fate.
Ember then looks at the two of you and is like, wait, you two know each other?
Unfortunately.
Can't seem to get rid of her. She keeps bumping into me.
Well,
You're the one who bumps into me.
Now, and she holds up both her hands. I would like both of you two to relax and calm down. Besides, this is not a good first impression, especially when you're about to meet the Holy One.
Hmm?
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Scalen? And
Who
I
are
bow
they?
down.
Ember then just looks over and just smacks you on the head just briefly. Donk!
I ignore it.
No, not Scalen. You know that Scalen is... And at that point, she just takes a deep breath and just calms her thoughts. Just go inside, and the Holy One will... And at that point, a figure... You hear from inside the room the sound of a chair scrape. A very loud... And there, you see a figure. A male human coming up from the chair and just walking straight up to the bottom of the stairs. He stands there at the bottom with his arms slightly crossed, and you can see that he has short blonde hair, brown eyes, and a slight pose that makes him sort of seem regal-like. He has this fancy robe dotted in red, blue, and green. And you can see on his chest he has a symbol of what basically looks like a... it basically is a symbol of a parchment with two feathers crossing over it. One as a quill and another as a standard feather, almost in an X crossing over the parchment, with the quill going from right to left and the feather going left to right. And it's there that as he looks up, he has a slight sort of blonde goatee on his chin, and you can see in his hand that he is holding what looks like looks like a parchment of brown paper. He then sort of looks up at the dwarf, and then he sort of sighs heavily. You know this is not the performance of what we need, Mugbeard, and you know this isn't the time for that behavior.
You're not Scalen.
You're
Let's
right.
go.
You're
Golden
right.
Heart then nudges the bard. Who's the weirdo?
I'm Mugbeard.
Were you talking about the dwarf or the human? I'm not really sure who you're talking about here.
They're both weird, but the human.
Oh.
Hey, I kind of just kind of give her a sidelong glance and then reveal my half elf ears to Golden Heart. Doesn't seem weird to me.
Oh, of course you won't. You half elves are always weird.
And it's that point that the figure sort of walks towards, just clapping his hands like, now, I'd ask you all to behave yourselves. Perhaps it's better if I introduce myself. I am Titanus Ron.
That sounds like a made-up name.
What?
I'm the one who sent you all the notes that you require for it. If you looked, you would have known that was the name that was sent to you.
Oh, so you're him. That's intriguing. I was kind of curious as to why you were why you were sending me a note like this. I mean, I may be a traveler, but I'm also a bard, a performer. I'm not sure I'm not sure what makes me so special. I mean, the others seem to make sense, but
You're not special.
He sort of just laughs and chuckles a little bit, and he goes, "Forgive Mugbeard. He's always been like this the moment booze is involved. He brings one bit of booze, and unfortunately he flips personalities, so excuse his..."
I don't need beer for this. I can always take wine instead.
And at that point, he sort of nudges on your back to say, "Just get in and sit down."
I just kind of shrug. It's no problem. It's no problem. I've been to many places. I've heard worse things.
No problem. Now, I see the two of you, so where's... He glances down and notices, you must be the halfling that I asked for.
Hello.
A pleasure. I have to admit, forgive me, you do seem a little smaller than I thought you were going to be. No.
Mugbeard laughs at it. I'm no longer the tiniest one here.
So, please excuse me, Trilly. I didn't mean anything insulted by that. I hope you're not offended.
No, I'm used to it.
Oh, very well. Now, please,
Tiny.
I'll ask please, I would like to ask the three of you to come inside. I will explain everything to you.
I enter the room and just kind of assess the room a bit.
Okay, make a perception check, please.
Okay, so roll 1d20.
I love how we've almost gone for nearly 2.5 hours with this.
I know.
Geez. So
Perception.
what's kind of our stopping point here?
Don't worry, we're coming up to that bit. I have to stop a bit.
14.
Okay, 14. So, stepping into the room, you can see that the room is about 40 feet across and about 20 feet wide. It is essentially this really small, secluded room. You can just see basically large barrel casks situated in the corners, so you can tell that this is basically some kind of storage room. But you can see that all the kegs have been stationed against the corners, and a large open area sits with a giant wooden table, similar to, like, say, a regal-style table. And dotted around it, there are 10 chairs. One chair at the very end is pure gold, with a golden outline with a red velvet touch to it, and the other ones are standard chairs with a basically sort of velvet-style touch. You also see behind the chair that there is a flag with the same symbol as the one that Titanus has on his body.
Huh. Impressive. Impressive little setup here.
Like I said, low expectations.
Hey, this is pretty pretty impressive compared to what I've seen. Okay?
It's at that point Titanus just sort of chuckles and it's like, I knew you were going to be sort of picky about my taste, little dragon, so I had something prepared just for you. I'm going to clap of his hands. You can see that that Ember, who was just sort of walked back into the room, has taken one of the chairs away, and behind one of the casks pulls out this slightly bronze-style seat with a blue velvet to it, and situates it just at the spot that was basically where the chair was placed. I think this one will be a bit more to your liking.
She doesn't say anything and just sits on the chair.
Very well. Now, I presume you're all wondering why I gathered you all here, and why, Mugbeard, I brought you back.
I sit in my chair and just kind of lean back in it a bit.
You enjoy my company.
Well, to be fair, I don't really know why I'm here, so care to explain?
It's at that point that he looks over at Ember, and Ember basically walks to the door and stands right in front of the open gap. She's standing right in the archway, and she sort of glances by. And it's at that point that he sort of then sits down in his chair. His hands locked as he basically puts his elbows on the table and just gives a large sigh. And it's at that point he looks at you and basically says, I need your help. And that's why we're going to stop the session.
We were just getting to the good stuff.
Yes, and I hoped we would have got a little further, but we couldn't have got there because everyone was dawdling and we had trouble with tech issues, so that's a bit of both ends.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
That
don't
always
apologize.
happens.
It's D&D, that's the way it works. But
Yeah.
anyway,
I fucking enjoyed that.
Yeah.
yeah, I can say that was good fun.
Moon
Right.
Raven, I was fucking crying at your fucking war.
Question, did we get any experience from that?
No,
No.
not yet.
No.
Wow, this
No.
is going to be the common joke. Did we get XP?
No.
Don't worry. Basically, how it works is I will explain when you guys get XP. And by the way, your first point of XP was actually going to be a little bit later on than this. So next session, I think we're going to be getting some XP level ups because we are nowhere near where I got to. We got about half. We got 1.5 pages worth of notes done.
Hell yeah! I can't. Hey, to be fair though, we got a good look at hackling, and I have to say I did that quite well.
Yeah, I will have to say, you all did very, very, very well. I definitely enjoyed that. There was a banter, although I have to admit, when Trilly pulled out the note, I could see Raven's face, and Raven was like, oh no.
How could you do that?
The note was supposed to be secret.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to adapt
So
to this.
that might bite us in the ass later on.
You have no idea. I have plans already.
Oh
Like,
boy.
there's fucking consequences.
Oh yeah, butterfly effect. That's how this game works.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
Thank God I have the socials. I don't talk to people and have the social skills as a brick.
Thank God.
You
thank
you
God
were so nice. You were so nice, Goldie. What happened to you?
Hey, I can be nice, but I'm a dragon. I want gold and potions that benefit me.
Wow, she's the well.
So-
I'm sure Trilly can better this. It's essentially become Jester from Critical Role. Tell me where all your secrets are and give me all the health potions you have. But other than that, that is all for tonight's session. Now, I don't know how many viewers we have still left in the chat, but I hope we still had a good amount left there. But I do have to ask the obvious question. Would you guys like it if we did more of this?
Yes.
Please.
Sure.
Yeah, I would definitely. I definitely like this. We had 5 people watching, so give me your honest answer. Would you guys like us to do more streaming of this, or shall we keep this as our own little secret?
I want to keep going.
Kotlol says yes, he's liked it. Also,
He wants in.
yeah. How did I do as DM, by the way?
You were great. You were amazing.
You were awesome.
Amazing.
Raven, be honest.
Pretty good.
Any nitpicks? Anything that could be done better?
No, I think, I mean, I like you said, you guys are so much more experienced. I was just like, what the fuck do I say?
Hey! I haven't done DMing before, so this is a first for me.
So I'm pretty much the only one who ever really described my clothes. It's just kind of weird if we all describe our own clothes. I guess it just feels weird that we're all describing our own clothes, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can understand that. But if we get lucky, I'm hopefully going to see if I can get an artist to create characters for us. So you guys have stuff there and we have artwork and things.
Yeah, that works.
That would be the plan there. But all I could say is, I think I definitely ended this on a nice cliffhanger.
Yeah, no
Yep.
shit.
It's like the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
But on that note, I would like to say that is all for tonight's episode. So I hope you guys had a blast. We did. Hopefully we'll have things a bit more organized next time. I'll see if I can have music. We'll have a few extra things. And we'll see if we can get extra things done for everyone else and such so we all have fun with this. So, with that said, guys, if you were charged for joy with this stream, be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and check out the other videos on the channel. Now, I hope you've enjoyed the company of these guys as we've got a great group here. Whether this group gets any bigger or smaller, we'll have to see how time goes on.
No.
Guys, you'll be praising me because I'm just gonna, like, come heal you.
Raven!
Bard!
Yes.
Raven on the other hand,
Okay.
you can
Twitch is being dumb for me. It's just still loading.
Nah, don't worry about it. As long as it came through, that's all that matters. But other than that, guys, this is Brownie of the Deutschland Gamers signing off on Let's... what should we call this? Oh, yeah. Apparently you've all rolled a natural 1. So that means the sight of this is done. So with that said, it's goodbye from Delancey.
Boy, everybody!
It's goodbye from Caitlin.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Raven.
Toodaloo.
And it's goodbye from Aeon.
Bye.
And of course, it's goodbye from me. So until then, everybody, stay charged and catch you all later. Goodbye!
Bye.
Bye-bye!